Hi, and welcome back to my third installment in this little series on worry, stress, and anxiety. And today I'm going to give you a management tool, the first of a couple different tools that will help you to better manage your symptoms of anxiety, stress, and worry when you feel caught up and in the grip of those feelings. You might remember in an earlier installment, I talked about how fear and anxiety can be like a bear stepping in to a campground that you're camping in. And when that bear steps into the campground, the river goes away, the forest goes away, the stars go away, the campfire goes away. All you see is bear. And so we want to help pull that camera back from that tunnel vision place we all go to when we get scared or anxious or worried, and the world shrinks down to become everything is just that worry, that thing we're worried or anxious or upset about. And we want to use our body and use our soul and use our spirit to come back out a little bit and be able to bring that sense of anxiety and worry down from its peak into a more manageable state. And I'm going to do this through the use of a physical technique, but it's going to involve some other spiritual and emotional elements. And so you'll see that as I go. I'm going to kind of add in each layer as I show you the technique. So let's start with the purely physical part of this. What you do is you get into a quiet, restful place if you can, some place where you can be alone and fairly quiet. And then take your right hand and put it on your left shoulder. As you do, you will notice the feel of your hand on your shoulder. Press it just enough so you can tell that it's on there and you feel it. And then you're going to be running your hand slowly down your arm, really paying attention to the feeling of the weight of your hand on your arm as it moves down your arm. And that's going to refocus your attention from whatever is scaring you, the worry, the fear, the anxiety, and it's going to redirect your attention to the feel of your hand going down your arm. Now that's layer one. That's kind of like one element of this technique, and we're going to build it like a sandwich into some different layers. The second layer is breathing. Now, breathing is very important to this process because when we're aroused with anxiety, worry, and stress, our breathing changes and our heart rate changes, and our body is kind of spooling up into a fight or flight mode. And so we want to purposefully, thoughtfully take our breathing down into a deeper place, a less rapid place, get better oxygenated, get that carbon dioxide moved out that builds up when we're breathing shallow little breaths, and it'll really clear our brain to get some good oxygen. It'll slow our breathing down and we'll become more aware that we are now tackling and managing some of this stress. So here's how that goes. In through the nose, like a balloon, blow your lungs up as big as you can. Hold, and then blow out through your lips, through your mouth, like you're emptying a balloon of all of its air. So and as you do that 3, 4, 5 times, you will notice the effect that it's already having on clearing your brain. You get more oxygen up there, and just the slowing down, your muscles will start to loosen and relax a little bit. Your shoulders will start to drop a little bit, and you'll start to feel the anxiety and stress come down. I mean, I've always thought it's kind of like smoking, why people smoke when they're stressed. They're just doing the breathing. Of course, there's the nicotine and all that, but in terms of just the de-stressing element of smoking, you're just doing that breathing. So we're just throwing away the cigarette and we're doing the breathing part for its own sake. While we are moving the hand down the arm, And you'll start to feel your level of stress and anxiety begin to reduce. Your heartbeat will start to slow a little bit. Your breathing will become more deep and more meaningful and less rapid and more actually effectual in terms of getting good oxygen into your system. Your brain will clear, and you will start to feel like you've got to focus now. That hand down my arm, the breathing is working on for me. Now let's add another layer to the sandwich. While I'm doing the hand down my arm, while I'm doing the breathing, spiritually, I'm doing what I call an exchange. And what I'm doing is I'm exchanging, like with my breaths, using my breaths as a focal point, I'm exchanging one characteristic for a different characteristic. Say, I'm exchanging fear for peace. I'm exchanging anxiety for trust. I'm exchanging desperation for hope. I'm exchanging dread for confidence, whatever it might be. The fruit of the Spirit: love, joy, peace, patience, goodness, kindness, gentleness, meekness, faith, self-control, according to Paul's writings in Galatians. These are the fruit of the Spirit. I want to get the bad fruit out: worry, anxiety, fear, dread, terror, whatever. And I want to put the good fruit in. So as I'm doing my breathing, I'm breathing in peace, and I'm blowing out dread, while I'm moving my hand down my arm and focusing on that as well. So you can see now I've got my mind really employed, feeling the feeling of my hand going down my arm, slowing my breathing, and doing that exchange. Now my mind is working on that exchange. I'm taking my fear, I'm taking my doubt, I'm taking my worry, and I'm exchanging it for hope, confidence. Each time thinking about what I'm actually exchanging, really concentrating on it, closing my eyes, letting my shoulders drop, letting my heart rate come down, noticing that I'm less alarmed, less on that kind of cliff's edge where I feel like one false step and I'm in bad trouble. And I'm pulling back from that cliff, and I'm getting on solid ground, and maybe I'm sitting on that solid ground, and maybe I'm breathing some free air, and I'm feeling much better. Now there's one more thing I want to add, and this can be kind of traded out for the exchange. This can sort of be a prayer of confession, a prayer of confidence, a recitation of grace, and it goes like this: I'm okay. It's okay. God's got me. Thanks be to God. It's funny, as I did that just now, I felt my neck crack in a good way, like it just relaxed and it gave a little crack. Here we go again. I'm okay. It's okay. God's got me. Or God's got this. Thanks be to God. One more. I'm okay. It's okay. God's got me. Thanks be to God. Then do 3, 4, or 5 of those, and when you have a moment, then go ahead and switch your other hand to your other shoulder and repeat. Maybe you're exchanging as you're doing that breathing and that hand motion. Maybe you're, I'm okay. It's okay. God's got me. Thanks be to God. And as you do that, you will notice that it's important to bring that hand down the arm slowly, to slow those thoughts, to slow that breathing. Like, you don't have to do this quickly. Take your time. Do 3, 4, or 5 on each arm. Switch back to the other arm and repeat. And I think you will find over time, and over a short time, you'll start to feel the effects pretty quickly of that anxiety, that alerted state, that aroused state of fear and anxiety and stress and worry will begin to come down to a much more manageable place where you can employ other things like scripture or like reflection and meditation and other things that are more mental and emotional and internal. But we got to get that body quieted first because it's sounding out red alert, red alert. So we got to get that red alert taken off, and we got to put things down to a more quiet state. And then you'll start to see it really does make a difference. And I hope you'll try it and then let me know how it's working for you, because I have another technique I want to show you in the next video that will add to your repertoire of calming and centering techniques. So we hope this is helpful, and stay tuned for part 4, where I'll show you another technique to manage the anxiety and stress using your body, your soul, and your spirit all together.